Hey everyone, we just wanted to say a quick hello. We are doing our usual tech review where we make sure that we're actually broadcasting all of the places that we're trying to broadcast to. It's really just Facebook, but the main thing is
And
that there's
YouTube.
always, and YouTube, right? There's always some fun issue, usually, but every now and then we're surprised and we actually just get right on and all is good.
We're
So
live. We
we're
are
live.
live.
There we go.
I
It's a
can take
brand
these
new
off now.
year.
No
It's
glare.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yes, it is. So I have my phone on here so I can see any comments.
Oh, cool. Okay. I know because I can't see comments on my end. But
I know.
the main thing is that
Uh-oh. I just lost sound. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great, honey.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So now I can see the comments. Well, welcome. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means? It's Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbatical.
We're gonna get Shabbatical, but before we do, it's really been on our hearts to jump on. It was really on my heart. And I said,
But our hearts are one, so
yes. And then I said, Dan, we need to jump on. Just a warning, we're kind of goofy right now.
we are a little bit, yeah, a little bit goofy.
We are a
going
little
on
bit
here,
goofy,
yeah,
but
for sure.
we just wanted to jump on because it's been a minute. It's been a while. We've had a little bit of a break here from all the holidays, the Christmases and the New Year's stuff and the family. But we really wanted to take a moment here to say Happy New Year. We hope that you had a really beautiful and blessed time with family, friends, just ushering in the new year. It's really been a great season for us. We've had Landry home and we've been walking. Landry likes to find all the coffee places in Austin
Yes,
that
she
we
does.
haven't been to. And we go there, and it's actually been very cool. We found
It has been
some
fun. It has.
great spots. Yeah. So we've been trying to hit every coffee shop in Austin. Um, but we are very excited. Today is January 2nd, 2026, and we're really excited to focus forward. And we really love kind of this time of the year, getting ready for this brand new year that we're entering into, because it does feel a little bit like standing on the edge of a new year. It's a threshold. It's what they call a threshold moment. And we're
Mm,
all experiencing that. It's a transition from one year ending to a new year beginning. And you can really kind of feel it in your spirit that there is turning happening. The season is turning. There's all kinds of things that end when a year ends, and a lot of things that begin with the newness and the freshness of a brand new year. So we wanted to talk about that.
yeah. Yeah, and I think the turning of a season always brings questions, right? Questions like, what do I want to carry forward? What do I want to leave behind? What is God actually inviting me into right now in this new season? And I think it's very easy to rush past those questions and then just jump into plans and goals and strategies and all this stuff. But if your heart is still carrying the weight of the year behind you, it's very difficult to make the changes that you may be desiring to move forward. Because we really believe this deeply. You cannot fully step into what's next if you haven't gotten complete with where you've been. We just really don't believe that it can happen. You can't manifest that with positive thinking or I'm going to make this a different year. You actually have to process the year you left behind in order to step into the one that's ahead of you.
Oh, yes, so much. And if you've been around us at all, you know we talk about this a lot. We
Mhm.
call it completion, getting
Yeah.
emotionally complete. And it is our grief recovery roots, right? We
Yeah.
we believe so strongly in the tools of grief recovery, and that's exactly what we teach and what we do with that. And so in this group in Inspired Life, we bring those tools into our spiritual life and into this process. So we do believe that you've got to get emotionally complete with a season to move confidently into the next. And there's so much wisdom in looking back honestly and asking questions like Dan was talking about. Like, what can I take forward from the place that I'm in? What did God form in me here? Sometimes it's easy to look back at things that were difficult. And then when you look at it
Yeah.
through that lens of what is being formed in me, what have I learned? What have I walked through to prepare me to be effective in this
Yeah.
next season? And that's why we're super excited about our coaching workshop. It's going to be January 15th. We do this every year. And this year, we have a new title for it. It's called Before the Breakthrough. And it's reflecting and realigning for the year ahead. So, this is going to be a 3-hour workshop. It's going to be Thursday, January 15th, if I didn't already say that. It's a coaching experience. It's very, very much like a workshop style. It's very guided. It's super intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, it is 3 hours, but it only feels like 2 hours and 58 minutes. So it's amazing. But what we want to do is we really want to create an experience for you where you have space to reflect and pray and have teaching and experience connection. And in that vein, we're going to have breakout rooms for real conversations. This is going to be a chance to process your year with others who are walking this road as well. And so I think that because we can discern times of transition, we see it, but when we actually do something about it, when we actually lean into it, something very powerful happens. We don't leave our seasons behind in fear or confusion. We leave in fulfillment. And that fulfillment then becomes the fuel for where God is calling us next.
Yes. And we've done this now. I think this is our 4th or 5th time.
Yeah.
We do this coaching workshop every year to kick off the year, and we've always charged for it. And some years it's usually around $97.
Yeah, it's usually
But
97.
this year, we feel strongly that it was meant to be a gift, meant to be part of our Inspired Life membership. So we wanted it to include it for free with that in our Inspired Life membership. So what we wanted to do is, if you haven't joined us, to join us. Like, this is the time. It's January. It's a brand new year. It's time for that connection and to make that commitment to yourself. And when you join right now in January, you will get instant access to the PDF of our brand new Living an Inspired Life guide. And our guide is not just a bunch of paper. This is our guide from last year, because we still haven't even gotten our new guide yet. It went live like 3 or 4 days ago, and we're waiting for our new copy. But this was our guide from last year. You guys, this is a no joke book. It has grown every year, and this year this one has 259 pages.
I think it was like 25 pages when we started.
Yes, it was. It was when we first started. It's probably been more than 5 years now that I'm thinking about it, because it was before the 2020 shutdown. I think 2020 might have been the first year that we did a big kickoff online.
Yeah,
it
probably.
definitely was. But I know that Dan has done some updates. This guide is so incredible. But you'll get a PDF right away to the guide to prepare you, because the first section of this is all to prepare for our coaching call, for our workshop.
Yeah, I think the guide is really special. To be really honest, there's probably about 4 or 5 pages that I added to it. So it's not like I did this massive revision like last year's guide. But the front section is really where we're going to be focusing our time. That's where we're going to be going through all of those pages that's honestly what we're going to be using during the Before the Breakthrough workshop, right? Which gives you space to reflect, complete, and realign as you're stepping into the new year. And then it keeps walking with you. There's space for you to process each month. It takes you through the entire year alongside our monthly alignment calls. It's designed to really help you stay grounded and attentive and aligned throughout the year as God continues to lead you season by season. Because the point of this is not to get all hyped up about a bunch of changes that we're trying to make in January, because that's what everybody does. And then by February, if it even takes that long, we've already gotten completely discouraged because we abandoned all that. This is not like this hypey process. It's really where we're trying to give everyone space to get honest about what was good about last year and what was hard about last year and process through it so that we're not bringing that into the next year. And then give you concrete, practical tools to help you process and identify and highlight those things that you really want to strive for in 2026 and to put it in a way that's actually doable, right? This isn't, again, getting all, because honestly, if we set expectations that are outside of the realistic, we're just creating future disappointments. That's not the point here, right? The point is not to
Right.
come up with this huge, massive list of stuff we're going to do. It's really to be thoughtful and intentional about how we are going to experience the year ahead. That's what this is really all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so impressed with the guide, and I use this all throughout the year. Like, if you look in mine, it's all written on. Every month we do the guide. It's just been so powerful. And right now, you can order the new physical guide on Amazon for $27, and that won't ever be that low. We're going to have it at $27 for the whole month of January. The normal price for the guide is $47 because it is a whole guide. Like, this is a whole workshop in and of itself. So, but right now it's only $27, and we recommend that you jump on this, get on Amazon. I will have a link below once we're all done, of course, a live link, but if you go to Amazon, you can find it and order it, and we recommend that you do so that you get it in your hands before the call, so
Yeah.
that you have that. Now, you will have the PDF right away. So
Yeah.
you can work on the PDF. I've already kind of started on mine. And then once I get my guide, I will be putting it in there. But it's
Filling
so,
it in.
yes, filling it all in. I love this kind of thing. And we really want to give you something tangible that supports the inner work that God is inviting you into. Because we do believe that our life of our spiritual walk is always growing. We're always transitioning. And every year, God gives us seasons. And it's so powerful to understand his seasons and his timing. And every year, we are in a different place when we enter into that season. So we are standing on a threshold moment. We are super excited to be doing this life and these moments with you, and can't wait to see. One of my favorite things that we do in this process is we talk about our word for the year. And I wanted to plant that seed right now, because if you haven't really thought about that for next year, I've been starting to think about it. I have a couple that are rolling around in my mind, and I'm trying to discern what is my word for next year. But my word for last year was resilient. And one of the things that we do is we write out, how did God bring meaning? What did you discover about resilience, or your word, as the year unfolded? And it's really great. And obviously, you get time, like Dan said, in the breakouts to talk with someone else about what you learned, what they learned. It's so powerful. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
And I believe this is why we have such a close knit group in our membership, because we really share, we really are vulnerable, and we are really safe. We are very, very big on having a safe space so that you can be heard without judgment, without all of those things. Very safe place. But we want you to experience this. And that's why we're putting together this very special coaching for the beginning of the year.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, it's not just a guide for one night. It's literally a companion for the whole year. So just some of the things, obviously I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but some of the things that you'll find inside. There's a biblical history on the Hebrew roots of our faith, which have largely been forgotten. We'll talk about why. There's also understanding the seasons and why you might be missing so much of God's story and guidance without understanding these roots and the way that the seasons and cycles work that God set up for us to work through in our lives and experience his blessings.
Yeah, another thing that I love is Dan does a really great job talking about the different mindsets. There's a whole teaching on that. And it's not just we're not just talking about having a positive mindset. We're
Yeah.
talking about understanding a Greek mindset and a Hebrew mindset, and it's really really powerful when you start to kind of unpack that, what that looks like, and being a learner, asking questions. There's so many things about the guide. I don't know what do you think? I'm just going to ask him this. He doesn't know I'm asking him this. What is your favorite part about the guide?
I think it's looking at the years through the lens of the months. So what I mean by that is that each month there is an intention that God has, and then on the other side of that intention is a question. And that question is simply, are you going to align with me, or are you going to do this month your own way? So
Mm,
God is saying, I have this story that I've written for you that's amazing, that's incredible. And I would really love for you to experience all that I've written for you. This is based on Psalm 139. And we have the option. We can step into that story, or we can decide that we want to become the editor of that story. And so my favorite part is just sort of looking through the months and seeing, wow, this is the cycle that God has set up in the world. This is the season that God has set up in the world. This is the intention in all of that God has invested those things with. And so it's exciting because there's a familiarity there, but there's also an excitement and an expectation there of something new that comes. And so I think I love that part about that the most.
yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and so we definitely want to invite you, if you have been feeling like you're living a life of striving,
Mm.
if you've been feeling a lot of pressure and not a lot of clarity, if you're longing to step into the new year aligned and anchored, we would love to invite you in, because we do believe this is about partnering with God and stepping into what comes before the breakthrough. So if
Mm.
you are already a member, you already have all this info in and access to the links in your inbox, and so you have access to the guide, access to the Zoom group, all that that's already in there. And if you aren't, and if you would like to join us, please go to inspiredlifemovement.com. I will put that link in there as well. And you can join us. You can join us there. The cost to be part of it is $29 a month. It's really amazing. Like what you get, we do 2 coaching calls a month. Every month, we do 2 coaching calls live in a group setting. We do a lot of different teaching. We do workshops throughout the year on different things, because we're always kind of bringing in, we talk about where kind of emotional health and spiritual growth, that's really our theme for our group,
Mhm.
and providing that place for us to grow together and learn together and share together, because we know that part of the process of life and growth is really having a safe place to be able to communicate your
Yeah.
feelings, your hurts, your victories, where you are. And there's so much support. There's always so much support. We look so forward to our 2 nights a month that we get together. Literally, we do 2 hour calls, and at the end we're always like, okay, if anybody wants to stay on, and we usually all kind of stay on and chat for a little while. It's just such a great group. But we'd love for you to join us and get to know us. You can cancel at any time if it doesn't fit or doesn't work for you. But get your guide, come prepared, join us for this life changing and incredible workshop. It's going to be January 15th. That's a Thursday night. It's going
Yeah.
to start at 6 p.m. Central Time. We're starting an hour early so that we can go for 3 hours. And it goes so fast.
Yeah, it really
Actually,
does.
in years past, we've gone 4 hours, and it goes like a blink. And we're
Yeah.
streamlining it, and we're doing it a little different. So if you have been a part of it, you'll get to experience something a little bit different. Um, but we're excited. So happy New Year to you guys.
Yeah.
We hope to see you there on the 15th live on Zoom.
Yes. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Yes, enjoy your weekend and enjoy your Sabbath. All right, take care, you guys. See you next time.